Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be running down my guitars and my guitar rig. In case any of you guys didn't know, I do play guitar. I'm like, I guess mediocre. A lot of, my family and stuff thinks I'm really good, and I am for the way I've learned, which I'll get into later. But, so, this video is just gonna be a little showcase of like all my guitars, my amp, and then maybe afterwards I might do a little bit of playing for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys like these guitars or my amp or something, and you guys want to hear me do like covers or something. Let me know, and depending on the song, if I know it, I might do a cover of it. I can try to learn it, but not promising anything. Anyway, let's get into the rundown. So, the first guitar is my Epiphone Les 100, or just an Epiphone Les Paul, whatever you want to call it. This is my favorite guitar. It is a Epiphone Sunburst guitar, or Les Paul, whatever. It's... I'm not sure exactly how old it is, but I know I got it almost 2 years ago. I will have had it for 2 years at the end of September. It's a really great guitar. It sounds amazing. The sound I get out of this guitar is awesome. It's got a treble and rhythm switch. The ball that's supposed to be here broke off. Any of you guitar guys out here that watch my show, or not my show, but my videos, know, and you know what a Les Paul is and looks like. You know, there's supposed to be a ball on this switch. That broke off because when I got it, it had a crack in it. Either that, actually no, I probably put the crack in it. I don't know. But it had been there for a long time, and then one day I was doing a show for my grandparents. Yes, I do shows for my grandparents. But one day I was doing a show, and I was playing, and sometimes when I play like up here. And so when I strum, my pick will come up and hit the switch and flick it up. And that happened, and it just went chink and like pulled the ball off. So, and it broke it in 2 pieces. It's actually in the case, but I'm not going to pull it out right now. I do not know what pickups are in this guitar. I would like to put maybe some Seymour Duncans or something in it. That would be nice. Or maybe some, I forgot what the brand is. I think MG, or not MG. Something like that. But anyway, it's got the white pick guard, which you can take off, but it leaves big screw holes. And this is one of those ones that's designed to have a pick guard. This right here, the bolt that goes onto the bracket that holds it down, sometimes this gets loose because there's a very small nut in the back of it underneath it, holding it on. So that gets a little annoying sometimes. It's got gold knobs, tone for the treble, tone for the rhythm, or excuse me, volume for the tone, volume for the rhythm, and then these two are the tone for each one. It's got Ernie Ball, either 9 to 42 or 10 to 42. I believe it's 10 to 42s that are on this, and they sound awesome. Surprisingly, I got some Ernie Ball Paradigms of the same size, and they broke within like a week. These I've had for quite a while. I should probably change them soon. I do have spare strings ready, but they're not in the type that I normally use. So, yeah. Anyway, so this is my favorite guitar. It's the one I use the most. For picks, I am using Dunlop Tortex 73s. I really like the 73s and like sturdy picks that don't bend, because like the way I play, I find it easier to have a pick that doesn't bend. Like this bends a little bit, but that's not really going to affect you if you're like playing super fast. So that comes in really handy. This strap is also handy because it's got like the built-in pick holders, and that comes in really handy when you're playing. Because yeah, I talk like I play a ton of gigs. I don't. I just play for my grandparents, but I do go through like a lot of stuff that you would go through it on a traditional gig. Like I had the next guitar you're gonna see go out of tune, so I had to switch guitars mid-show. This guitar has actually gotten out of tune during a show, and I had to tune it back up during the middle of a song. And just like any other guitarist, I drop picks. And this comes in really handy when you have more than one pick in here. I tend to keep just one pick in here when I have it in my case, but normally when I do shows, I have more than one pick. Anyway, so I use Dunlop 73s, and I love this strap because it's got the pick holders. I don't remember the brand. This is like molded in, so I can't really read it. I do have like these Lifesaver style, or what look like Lifesavers, as my strap locks, which if you guys need strap locks, I would really recommend these. I got 2 sets of these for under $10. So, and they work really well. They don't look like they would be your traditional strap lock, but let me tell you, they work, and it's awesome. On my strap, I have a couple of pins. One is a AC/DC pin with the Canon. The others are all Like a Storm pins. And if you don't know who Like a Storm is, they're my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands. These are all 4 members: Chris, Matt, Kent, and then the guy all the way on the left there is Zach. Yes, I know all of them. I personally know them. Not trying to brag or anything, but I do. These are 2 other pins that I have of them. This is their Didgeridoo metal pin that I actually have a t-shirt of. And then a Love the Way You Hate Me pin. I believe that's what it's supposed to be. It says Like a Storm on it. It's got skulls and it's in the shape of a heart. Oh, I just now noticed it's got their logo in it too. So yeah. That's my Epiphone Les Paul. This is my primary guitar. It's my favorite one. It sounds just as good as it looks. It is a Sunburst, if you couldn't tell. I do not know the wood on it, but what I do know is that it sounds awesome. It does not have locking tuners on it, but it holds tune really, really well. So Epiphone hit it right with this guitar. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright, so up next we have my Yamaha Stratocaster. Sorry for the glare over here, the sun's out and it's a little annoying. But next is my Yamaha Stratocaster, and as you can tell, this is kind of a little punk guitar inspiration. This was the very first electric guitar that I ever had access to and that I ever got. I did not buy it. I inherited it from my grandma, and she bought it from my aunt. My aunt used it one time and then put it away, and so I started getting it out and playing with it. And that's what led to me getting my own personal guitar from my from my parents. And then later on I inherited this one. And I've loved it ever since, until that one came along. I love that one. Well, I love them both equally. I use them pretty much the same. But it's got, once again, that sounds a little bit out of tune. It's got Ernie Ball 1042s on it. This one I know has 1042s on it. And as you can see, it is decorated in stickers. These are all Tech Deck stickers, like from the Tech Deck skateboards. That's what these all are, except for this one, which I don't know if you guys have seen. This is a Eat Shit and Die Loser sticker that I found. These 3 right here, this yellow one, this orange one, and this like purplish logo one. It's white. I found, those 3 are Tech Deck stickers. The big round sticker with the bomb on it that says Eat Shit and Die Loser, that is not a Tech Deck sticker. And this is the sparks coming off the fuse, just so you guys aren't confused. But yeah, I found this and I feel like it would be a really nice punk thing to put on my guitar, so I put it on. It's got, once again, I'm not sure what pickups are in it. It does sound really good. Right now I have it tuned to E flat, or half a step down. It's a little bit out of tune. So this is actually an interesting story. The guitar hadn't been used in so long that the strings, when I went to change them, because I broke 1 or 2 of them, they actually were so corroded that they got stuck in the bridge, these last 2. So for a long time, the guitar only had 4 strings. And now that I have more than one guitar, I had basically a donor guitar, So I took the bridge out of my Silvertone Strat that you're about to see, and put it in this one, and I'm really happy with it. It sounds awesome. The action on it, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the action on it is pretty high, so sometimes it's a little hard to play this, but it sounds really good for being a cheap $60 guitar. What else was I gonna say? Got 5-way toggle, one volume and one tone that's very loose. The strap, this is a really nice strap. I like these little, I don't know what it's made out of, so I can't tell you, but it's like kind of soft, and it feels really good like when you're shirtless and sweaty. Like, cause yes, I've had some of that happen to me before, but it feels really good, unlike the other strap that digs into your skin. But that feels really good. And then on here we have 2 more Like a Storm pins and another AC/DC one. This is one that has all 3 of their faces, Chris, Matt, and Kent. Once again, I know all 3. This is their little logo. And then on the bottom we have the AC/DC Hell Bell, or Hell's Bells, whatever you want to call it. And I love this strap because it says punk rock on it. It's awesome. And once again, I have the Lifesaver style strap locks on here. On the back, once again, not sure what wood it's made of. The springs are set like this, because that's how it was when I got the, when I pulled the bridge out of the Silvertone Strat. I just put it back this way because it makes it sound so good. And I have not put the back of the cover back on, not to make it seem more like punk-ish, but because I lost the screws, and it kind of looks cool, to be honest. This is an interesting story. The input jack on this guitar, as you can see, has been very severely scotch-taped, because the bracket holding it down is completely gone, because I learned the hard way not to use the straight end of your strap when you sit down. I used the straight end instead of the curved end. That didn't work out very well, because when I sat down, it snapped the thing in half. It still works, the input jack still works, it's just severely taped down so that it doesn't go anywhere, and when I unplug the guitar, it doesn't rip the input jack out. Oh, okay, there we go. Anyway, so that is my Yamaha Stratocaster. I use this for the E-flat songs that I play, because I play a lot of Green Day, and they have a lot of E-flat songs. So this is what I use for the E-flat stuff. It sounds really good. I would like to put a better pickup in here, like a Seymour Duncan SH4. I would like to put one of those in here to make it sound even better. But I don't know if I will. I would hope to, but it's not a necessity. It still sounds pretty good for being a cheap $60 guitar that came with a very small amp. Anyway, so this is my Yamaha Stratocaster. And now we'll look at my other Stratocaster. Alright, so this is my third and final electric guitar. I have 4 guitars, 3 electric, 1 acoustic, and this is the only guitar that you're going to see that is decommissioned. In other words, this is the only guitar that does not function right now. As you can see, there are no strings on it. There's a bit of string hanging off of it because I did my strings really crappy, and so I can't get that off. But it is a Silvertone Stratocaster. My parents got this for me for Easter. I used it for about, I think maybe a little over a year. Yeah, a little over a year, and then earlier this year I took the bridge out and put it in the black guitar over there. And the other one, which is actually over here somewhere, right here. This is the bridge out of the black guitar. As you can see, all those string holes you can see out of until you get to there. Those are just stuck there. I don't know why. But, so that's why there's nothing there. The input jack is your standard Strat. The nut on it is a little loose. I haven't been able to fix that. It's got your standard single coil pickups. This one turned over like most Strats. 1 volume, 2 tones, 2 tone knobs. It sounds pretty good. If it still worked, I would like to do a pickup replacement and put a Seymour Duncan SH4 in here and slant it like one of my idols, Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. Once again, 5-way toggle. It did sound pretty good. There's just one problem, and that problem is that it never held tune. I don't know why. I changed the strings on it one time, and then since then it has never held tune. And I've changed the strings 2 other times on it, and that did not work. So yeah, very nice guitar. It's actually kind of weighty. But yeah, it's a pretty good guitar. I just have not gotten around to fixing it, mainly because I don't have the parts. I have the bridge and everything, but I need to get the strings out first. Then once I do that, I need to get the string off of here, which is really tied on for some reason. I don't know why. But I love this guitar. The neck is a little, like a little sticky, kind of. But the fretboard feels really nice. So yeah, this is the 3rd guitar. Now we're going to go on to the 4th and the only acoustic guitar in my collection. Alright, so this is the 4th and final guitar in my collection. This is your typical beginner style acoustic guitar. I do not know the brand, but it does sound actually pretty good. Once again, it's a wee bit out of tune. It's like a mix of red and black. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like your what would you call it? I guess mariachi band kind of style. It's very dusty. I don't use it very often. I'm not gonna get rid of it though, because it was the very first guitar that I was given to actually start learning guitar. And if I didn't get this guitar and like start learning on this guitar, I wouldn't have any of the rest of this. So this is really what sparked me starting to learn guitar. So that was cool. I still sometimes use it. But it's, in the meantime, it's just a nice little, you know, guitar. I pull it out every now and then. It's got a few scuffs and bumps in it, but it's a really good guitar. I do not know how much it cost. It's your typical cheap beginner guitar, but it's sentimental to me. I'm not going to get rid of it. And nor am I any of these other guitars. Especially that one. But yeah, it's a pretty decent sounding guitar. I like it. And now we'll move on to my amp. Alright guys, so this is my amp. This is a Marshall MG100 HD Effects amp. I do not know the brand of the cable. It's a standard 20-foot cable. This is the head. It looks a lot bigger on camera than it actually is. Like, if I stand up, right now the camera's at my head level. But, yeah. So, on the top we have the head and a Dunlop 73 pick, like I said, that I use. Here are my amp settings. This is for the clean channel. Here you have the overdrive channel, what I'm using on the overdrive. And then the effects that I use. As you can see, I have a little bit of reverb turned on. And the switch, yeah, I know, it's taped down because I was using it and it fell off. And so now I have like the metal prongs inside, put where they need to be, and the switch taped down where it needs to be. So now to turn it on and off, you have to plug it in and unplug it. But, yeah. I might get around fixing it one day. Might not. It still works. Sounds amazing. This is the best amp I've ever had. And the most expensive, obviously. I'm not going to say how much it is, because number one, I don't know. Number two, I'm not comfortable with that. I did add 2 Eat Shit and Die Loser stickers onto the head, just for a little extra color. I'm not going to put any on here. This is the speaker itself. I'm not sure what size these speakers are. My friend Ashton knows, so he could tell me. Once again, it says Marshall on it. It's got 4 of these, 2 here and then 2 here. One thing I want to do is like get some sort of lights and wrap it around here. I think that would be kind of cool. So yeah, this is my amp. The head itself does not play, or does not have any sound come through it, for all you guitar noobs out there. I'm kind of a guitar noob myself. But yeah, it's a Marshall stack, Marshall MG100. I really love it. I don't think I'm gonna play for you guys in this video. Sorry if you wanted to see that, but it's very it's very loud and it takes a minute to set up. But anyway, that is my guitar rig. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see me do guitar playing or a cover of a song, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, so if you guys want to see me do a cover of a song, leave the name of the song in the description, or not in the description, in the comments section, and I will try to do that cover if I know the song or if I can learn the song. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.